Okay. Hello again. We gonna try this again. And this time I'm not touching anything. I will share after this live because I messed the original one up. But welcome to you. Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Join us. Join us. Join us. I want to chat for a minute. Just want to share a thought that I was having today as I am in between calls, in between client calls as well as strategy session calls. But welcome. How is your day going? How are things going with you? And when you come in, if you would do me a favor and say something, if you would just let me know that you are here, say hello, how you doing? My day is going good, whatever. If you would just come in and say something, even if you just say where you are joining from, that would be good. Or hi Bev, how you doing? Anything at all. Just let me know that you are here. But I want to just share some thoughts that I've been having. I have some thoughts around some insight that I want to give to you, that I want to share to you from a life perspective, not just ministry or coaching or anything, just from a life perspective. I want to share some things with you. Again, welcome to you if you're listening to the replay, or if you're listening live, welcome to you. Share this, please, if you would. I'm going to ask you to share so that others can join us, so that we can build the audience of those that will glean from what I'm going to share with you. But welcome to you. And I want to share some thoughts. And the main thought being that you can't expect to do new things with an old version of you. That's some musing that I've been doing today. You can't expect to do new things, new opportunities, new endeavors, new ventures, new business ideas, new ministry with an old version of you. And when I say old version of you, I'm talking about your mindset. I'm talking about how you perceive things. I'm talking about how you see things. You have to have a new version of yourself in order to do new things, which means, and let me explain to you what I mean. If you are in a training course, or you are in a coaching program, or you are in mentorship or anything like that, and you're learning new things, you can't bring old concepts, old ideas, a previous mindset, and try to put the new things that you're learning on top of that. It won't work. It will not work. You have to make a decision. You have to make a choice that I am coming to this fresh. I am going to come to this with an open mind. I'm coming to this with a different perspective. I'm coming to receive, and then I'm going to implement what I'm going to learn. I'm going to implement what I'm trying to do. I'm going to make some decisions that's going to bring me to a new place, that's going to bring me to a new mindset about, first and foremost, about who I am. Hi, Tavis. Welcome to you. Please share. If you're coming in, would you please share this? I have to come to a new mindset about myself, about who I am, about the things that I perceive about me. I have to look in the mirror and realize that I need to do some changing. I've got to change who I am in order to embrace the new things. We pray about stuff. You know, we quote the scripture, God is doing a new thing. Lord, I want you to do a new thing in me. Well, in order for that new thing to really come to fruition and really become something that works for you, you have to come out of the old thing that you've been in, the old mindset, the old ideas. You have to come with an excitement about what is about to shift in your life, with an excitement about what is about to change in your life. If you don't come with that kind of excitement, then you're bringing an old version of you into an atmosphere of trying to do some new things. And that old version of you has preconceived ideas. That old version of you has a perspective on life. Perhaps you have had a hard life. You've had to climb a mountain uphill both ways. You have to bring a new perspective that things that have always been difficult for me are no longer going to be difficult. I am going to conquer this. I am going to own this. I am going to dominate. That's the word I want. I'm going to dominate this thing that I am trying to accomplish. I'm going to dominate my change. I'm going to dominate my atmosphere. I'm going to dominate the room. When I enter a room, when I enter a space, when I enter a place that is going to challenge me, that's going to bring me some new ideas, that's going to bring me some new concepts about some things that I've been trying to do, some new perspectives. I'm going to get around a new crowd of people. I'm going to be around like-minded people. When I'm going to invite myself into a space that is going to shift me, I cannot bring the old obsolete version of Beverly with me. Because the old Beverly had a mindset that things were going to be difficult. The old Beverly, Bishop, oh my God, Apostle, Archbishop, man of God, John E. Wilson, I always get so excited when I see you because you are phenomenal to me. I don't say much in the things that you do, but I follow you to the hilt. And I remember when we sat on platforms together, and I remember talking about our Haiti mission trips and, that kind of things together. I don't know if you remember, but I remember Apostle Wilson. So God bless you. I am honored that you are here. But talking about bringing an old version of you, an obsolete version of you into some new things that are trying to happen in your life. There's some things that you have to admit to yourself that the old Beverly just did not know. I had to learn some new things. While I am absolutely talented, I had to recognize and come to grips with what are my talents. I had to identify them. What are my abilities? What am I able to do? What are my tags? What are my talents? What are my abilities? Where am I gifted? What are my gifts? And what are the skills that I already possess that I need to build on, that I need to develop better? I always come to new ventures, new courses, new classes, new ideas, new groups, new masterminds, new challenges. I come into that with a perspective of, I don't know this. And if I do know it, I need to refresh. And when I'm going to refresh, there's some things that I'm going to learn that are new when I'm going to refresh. And even if there are things that are not new, when I refresh, I'm going to see them from a new vantage point. I'm going to see them from a new height. And I no longer, and I've learned over the years not to compare myself with other people. Sharon, welcome to you. Please share. Those of you who are joining, please share. I promise you it's going to be some good stuff that you're going to want your audience, your people, your family, your followers to glean from as well. But when I come to a place of newness, when I come to a place of engaging with some people who are possibly in a place where I'm desiring to be, or even some people that I want to help, I want to shift them, I have to come with an open mind. I have to come with a freshness of perspective. I have to be open to what is about to happen to me. I have to be open to some things that might be painful. I have to be open to some things that might rub me the wrong way. I have to not shut down so quickly. I have to stop leaving the Facebook Live before I even know what it's all about. I have to stop coming with a preconceived idea about what is going to be said. The moment that I mention, I'm going to use this as an example. The moment that I say money, somebody's preconceived idea about money is going to guide them to a different place, probably than where I'm even going. Is going to lead them away from what is possibly going to be the thing that you need in order to grow, increase, shift. So you've got to learn that When you're placed in a room, when you're placed in a situation, when a Facebook Live comes up that is drawing you, that's pulling on you, you have to learn to kind of hang out there for a minute so that you can see, is this for me? Is this for somebody that is in my life? And even if everything isn't for you, when you equip yourself, when you have a habit of self-development and you make a habit of learning all that you can learn, then you become more of a resource and you become more of a solution and you become more valuable to everyone who is in your circle. Oh God, tools of the past. I like that, Apostle Wilson. Tools of the past is not sufficient for the ministry into the future. That is so true. Even Jesus told us you cannot put new wine into old wineskins. Come on now. You can't put new wine into old wineskins. Why? Because old wineskins have enlarged based on the fermentation or whatever happens inside the bag. It has enlarged and then it stiffens and it hardens because it has come to a place that is going to contain the wine that was put in it. So you cannot take new wine that has to expand and grow and put it into an old wineskin. Why? Because it will bust, it will break, and it will not be able to hold the new wine. So you cannot bring the old version of you into new things, new situations, new opportunities. And sometimes you need to rebuke yourself about where you have allowed yourself to be stuck. I'm going to say that again. Justin, I'm going to say that again, Justin. I love you, my baby. I love you, my son. I love you to life. When we connected years back on the Word Network, you pierced my heart. And we have remained. You've even introduced me to your family, to your grandmama. I love you to life. I love you for this. But you have to bring yourself to the place of understanding that some things that I said to myself that I was going to do, some things that I just purposed in my heart, in my mind, in my soul that I was going to accomplish. Let's use 2021 as an example. We are now tomorrow into October. There's some things that you said you were absolutely going to do this year, in January, in December, that you have not done, that you still haven't done. Sometimes you need to rebuke yourself because you and only you are holding yourself hostage to your upward movement, to your up leveling, to your climbing the rung of life. Every area of your life, every situation, as you are growing, it should take you higher, not lower. You should see yourself in better places, with better opportunities, because you have grown to the place where you recognize opportunities, not from the first rung on the ladder, but from the fifth rung. See, you see different from the fifth rung than you see from the first. You see different. And some of you, I've been talking to you so long about connecting, about strategy. It's what I do. I have been recognized internationally for my coaching program. Come on. You cannot negate that. You can't neglect that. You got to see that. And then you got to say, wait a minute, this chick is somebody that can help me. And so I'm going to do what I need to do in order to connect with her, engage with her, because God has put my solution smack dab right in front of me. And some of you, God has connected us. He has knit us together. He has put us together. He has bind us together, and you have still holding yourself hostage because of the old version of you. You can't even see possibilities because you're looking through the lens of the old version of you. Oh my God. You have to embrace new. You have to embrace change. You have to embrace being uncomfortable. I always tell my clients and those in ministry, wherever I am, you have to find a place where you are not comfortable and own it. You have to find your uncomfort zone, not your comfort zone, your uncomfort zone, and own it. Stay there. Live there. And when it becomes comfortable, realize it's time for me to shift. It's time for me to make a change. You have to realize that there's some things that have dropped in your lap that you let slip out and fall right to the floor. You have to accept that. And let me tell you something, potential. All of us, while we are not born perfect, we are born with potential. My God, Sharon, let's get together with strategy. Book a strategy session. Everybody on here, get together with me for strategy for your life. I promise you, you will be wowed. I promise, I guarantee that it is beyond what you expect. It is not what you think. So your preconceived ideas have closed the door and you haven't even realized that the door has been waiting open for you for years. So let me move on from that. You have to embrace what has gripped you. Some of you, when I talk, it pulls on you. It pulls you in. It grips you. If I can do that with you on a Facebook Live, imagine what I can do if we are talking one-on-one and the focus of the conversation is you and only you. Not a mass of people, but just you. You don't have to be in ministry. You don't have to be an entrepreneur. You don't have to have things moving. You can sit in Lodabar, a place of no word, no life, nothing going on, and come to the realization that this is not God's best for me. This is not my best life. And so let me get up from here and take some action that's going to shift things for me. That's what I came in for. Potential. That's where I want to go. Potential. None of us were born perfect, but all of us were born loaded with potential. And potential is the one thing that you have control over. Your potential. No one can steal or take your potential from you. Oh my God. Tyranny, how are you? How are you? It is good to see you here. I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you here. Share this. Do me the honor of sharing this. And do me the honor of going to what's pinned at the top of my page. Read it all and leap. Potential is the one thing that you have control over in your life, your potential. The enemy cannot look into your house and say, now let me see if I can find where they have the potential hidden. Let me see if I can find potential. Doesn't work like that. Potential is something that you build on. It's something that you develop further. It's something that you are gifted with. It's something that you have to self-develop. You have the potential to be anything that you want to be. Some of you are in the pathway that Oprah was in, but you don't believe in yourself enough. Some of you are in the pathway of a Jeff Bezos, but your mind has kept you so low that you don't even see your ideas are magnanimous, if that's a word. You don't even see it. Some of you have, I want to talk to some coaches, and all of us, I'm going to tell you something. If you have advice and you have knowledge, you can coach people, you can mentor people. If you have any kind of expertise, if you've been living and you have gone through some stuff, You have some expertise in some areas that you don't even know is an expert area of your life. That's why strategy is key. That's why strategy is key. Some of your ideas, some of the things that you dream of, some of the things that you came up with are major ideas that can be developed, pushed forward. Some of you are in ministry, but you don't know how to market. You find that offensive. What do you mean market ministry? God will send who he wants to. You have to market today because there's so many voices. There's so many ministries. There's so much that people can choose from. You have to make yourself choosable. You have to make yourself visible. And the way that you do that is by being distinguishable. And what distinguishes you is your language, your presentations, your memes, your Facebook Lives. They can't sound like everybody else. They can't be like, you can't open up like everybody opens up. Grace and peace. God bless you. You know, I'm so glad you're here. Well, welcome, saints. You have to find your niche. You have to find your place of uniqueness. And that's what you open up with. You throw out what makes you you, and you get comfortable with just being you. Oh God, I'm loving this, but I gotta go. I hopped in for just a few minutes to say that to you, and I want to drill that in. If I had a drill, I'd start it up so you could hear it. I want to drill that in. You cannot bring new things to an old version of you and expect that they will work. It won't work. You can't learn new things and then bring them and try to put them and work them from the old version of you. You have to make a decision with excitement. You have to make a decision with some fire, with some unction. You have to make a decision. I am not going to have a ministry that's going to melt in with every other ministry that is in the earth today. I am unique. And if God wanted clones, he would have cloned each one of us for a certain type of ministry. He needs your uniqueness. He needed my uniqueness for ministry in order to reach people that he is uniquely and authentically trying to reach. Everybody is not going to follow, mesh with, blend with Evangelist Beverly Vaughn, with Coach Beverly Vaughn. Now listen to me. Millions do and millions will, but not everybody. Somebody wants Sharon Huey. Somebody wants Tavis Stanley. Somebody wants Apostle John E. Wilson. Somebody wants Coach Justin Greaves. They don't want Coach Beverly Vaughn. So Coach Justin Greaves has to develop himself, self-develop, so that he can position, be found, and then reach the people that are directly attached to and assigned to Coach Justin Greaves. Okay, I gotta go because I have an appointment that I have to meet. I'm still, my calls yesterday, my coaching calls and strategy calls were so awesome. I couldn't even sleep last night. I couldn't sleep. It was like juices on steroids were flowing. Amazing. And those who had them with me can testify. I'm saying to you, make this happen for you. Go to the top of my page, this pinned to the top. Make this happen for you. Don't come to me with, well, I can't, I don't. You do whatever you want to do. You do whatever you want to do. You go on vacation when you want to go on vacation. You buy the clothes you want to buy. You go out to dinner. You do. Make this happen for you. All right, I gotta go. I love you. I know this was good. So share it. Share it. Share it. Share it twice. Share it in Messenger. Share it on Facebook. Download it. Listen to it again so it can get in your psyche so that you can move, so that you can forward march. And listen, right now is a time of year when Holly, hey, my sister Holly is on. You got to go back and listen to the replay, Holly, and please share. This is the time of year when I am booking out for ministry. I'm booking out. I'm booked. I have ministry engagement into October 2022. So I welcome you inviting me to minister for your church, for your conference, your retreat. I welcome you inviting me to come in for your entrepreneur program, for whatever you're doing, to help you with that, to give insight, to do what I do, to do my superpower stuff that I do. I welcome that. You can inbox me. We can talk. I'm available to you on many fronts. Now, the ball is in your court. Okay? God bless you. Talk to you soon.